yeah, this thing sucks.
Yeah.
This thing sucks, and um trying to keep that smile on your face
It's
all
tricky,
the
girl.
time.
But
It,
you know you don't have to, right? You know you don't have to
and
keep
that's
a
what I'm
smile on
learning.
your face.
That's what I'm learning,
Yeah.
because the versatility part, right, is so like, because again, I didn't feel like no one understood me anyways. So why say something? Why say something? Why, so I'm very stubborn. I'm a Gemini, so I'm very, very stubborn.
Oh, look, that's all. You should have started the conversation with that one.
So like
Y'all are stubborn as hell. My daddy was a Gemini.
So it's and then being okay with, yep, I got an attitude because I don't feel good. I'm trying to
You will.
I'm trying to sit in that.
You'll
Take
get
some
there.
time. Take some time.
You'll get there. And it's a lot about there's liberation in living your truth. And I
Mm,
think that that's one of the things that MS allows you to be able to do, living your truth. It's going to be some difficult conversations in there. Not everyone's going to understand you, but
Mhm.
being able to live in your truth is going to open you up to new things. And, I know everybody's on their own journey with their faith. Um, for me, it was giving up the idea that I have for my future. And, people will be like, I trust God. I got faith in God. I do.
but we have
Well,
this whole plan.
until you truly test it, you got faith in God when his plan is your plan. And so
Mhm,
now
Amen.
everything's all
mhm,
good. But when you're like,
Amen.
wait a minute, no, really I have
That's
to?
all. Right.
Yeah,
Amen.
it's that true faith in God.
mm,
You
mm,
and it's a
mm,
journey. You'll get
And he
there.
and I tell you what,
mm,
he will sit you down and he will
You'll
mhm.
keep
get there.
giving you lesson until you learn the lesson.
Come on, Mia.
And
Woo.
I it I mean it and like you, the first year I was in denial because I had to get the hip surgery. I was dealing with it was during COVID. I couldn't get hip surgery until June because it was considered an elective surgery
Oh yeah.
because of COVID, and that they had the issues with the ventilators early on. So I had to deal with having my hip surgery, dealing with the rehab to that. And then I had told myself, I said, oh, I'll deal with MS when this hip issue's gone. God said, no, you won't. No, you won't. Here's a flare for you. You need to get
You don't
help.
back burner me. Right.
And
Mhm.
it set me down. And we've had this talk, Virginia, and I know you've been on the whole holistic journey, but have you thought any more about taking a DMT?
Well, I've been on 2 DMTs, and they both made me feel horrible, like horrible. And I'm
Well,
like, and I'm one of those people, like, I get that anxiety, like, okay, I'm not about to put nothing else in my body. Like, I'm tired
Same
of
sis.
my body, like, rejecting stuff. Like, I had to change my whole, like, feminine hygiene products, and everything. My hair products had to change. Like, I couldn't wash my hair with certain stuff because it would instantly give me a headache. Like,
Mm.
I was just so tired. So I'm like, I'm just not gonna put anything. So then again, that's when the stubbornness come in, right? And I'm like, I'm just not gonna put anything in my body. Like, y'all just stop touching me. Just stop touching me. Leave me alone. Let me try to figure this out. Me personally, I really do believe that it's my location. Because when
Mm-hmm.
these Michigan winters hit,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Mm-hmm.
know Miss Nicole, because I know Chicago.
Chicago,
I know
baby. Put
Chicago
a
cold.
toe
But I
outside.
do want to say, Virginia, that heat messes me up now. I'm actually worse in the summertime
See, and I'm
than
completely
in the winter.
opposite. I'm
So
completely
that heat
opposite.
messes me up.
Yeah, like I'm completely opposite because I go and vacation in Georgia. Like I love Georgia. And I
Come
feel
see
like
me.
I feel like because I visit in Georgia and Alabama a lot, and I'll spend like a couple days to a week, come back, and everyone, like my family, even be like, "You look so amazing. You look great. You're,"
Mm-hmm.
and then like I spend a couple months here, and then I'm back
Yeah.
downhill. Like it seemed like
Mhm.
all of the energy I got that week, it was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh, yep, you back in Michigan, so here you go."
Do you think it's your
Vitamin D.
environment on a weather part that does it, or do you think there's some stresses of coming back to dealing with your village? Do you have that village connection in Michigan that can help you through things?
Well, going through therapy, right? And that's another quality of life that I
Yes, it
think
is.
we need to understand what type of therapy that we need, right? Because
Yes.
initially when I went to therapy, I felt like everybody was trying to fix me. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to figure this thing. I'm trying to figure out how I feel with
Right,
Mhm.
this thing.
right.
Um, but dealing, I have a lot of resentment from my family because again, my grandmother was dying. I just got diagnosed with MS and I still carried a lot of
Mhm,
stuff.
mhm.
And no one ever, believe me, because I remember, because I remember everything. No one ever stopped and was like, they call me by my middle name, Michelle, and was like, Michelle, how you doing?
Mm,
And my grandmother was my best friend,
mm,
like literally my best friend. Um, so I think that may be a piece of it, Miss Mia, is coming back and be like, oh, I deal with these people and I got MS
mhm,
and it's cold and
mhm.
like all of that could be it.
And I asked you that because maybe changing your environment and moving away from your family.
I'm trying to run. I tell you, I'm trying to run.
There's a song by NDRE. It's called "Get It Together," and
Oh, that's
you
what I
know,
Hold on.
you
Hold
know
on.
the song I'm talking about.
Mhm.
Nobody has the power to hurt you like your kin,
Yes, girl.
Woo. Hold on.
and
Yes.
and un- and one thing that I've learned with this is not everybody deserves to be on the ride with you.
Mhm,
You
Mhm.
know, some people you have to take a step back from permanently in order to have the peace that you need for yourself.
mhm.
Ooh,
I
speaking
just want to
preach.
add, I just want to add though that trauma does something to you and it changes you. And sometimes it can change your perspective, right? And so dealing with the trauma of all of the grief that you are experiencing has a way of having you see things in a trauma-like way.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Um, and
Trauma
healing that
focused
part of
way.
you. And when I was at therapy at Shirley Ryan Ability Lab, which is a state of the art #1 rehab hospital in the world, they have a sign that says the soul moves first. And when I looked at it, I was sitting in a wheelchair, could not walk. And I was just like, oh my God, they get it. Like, that's what it is. My soul is just so heartbroken
Yeah.
and just so,
Woo.
so empty that this is an internal thing. This isn't about nobody else but me,
Yeah, I
and
felt that.
accelerated my healing. And when I began to heal and get myself together in the inside, I was able to see, hey, people for their own faults, but also see that, wait a minute, I'm bringing trauma to the situation because I'm guarded. I'm trying to protect myself. I don't trust you. You don't understand me. I'm listen here type of thing. And that helped me to see some relationships differently. I did end up leaving some relationships, but I showed up differently in a lot of spaces because I did some internal and healing work. And so
Mhm.
grief therapy and acceptance, which is a roller coaster, it's never a destination, is going to help you with those kind of relationships and also help you get to a place where you're moving forward with your diagnosis. So I just wanted to offer that up. But that's when you talked about the therapy, that thing is real. And it's a lot that you got to heal before you can even accept people. But it begins with your own internal work. I'm sorry, Ebony. I think I cut you
You
off.
fine, girl, and I forgot what I was gonna say, but that's okay. It's gonna come back to me.
And that's right.
Mhm.
Oh, I know my quality of life things, and it was touching on everything y'all been saying. Good grief. Asking for help, I wrote down, has improved my quality of life. It's really hard for me. As being the helper, I come from a background of nannying. I hold down families, 2 and 3 families, 4 families a week, and just having to turn around and say, I need help or I don't know, and resting. Resting has been not my arch nemesis, but it's so
Ooh.
hard for me. It's so much. I have so many tabs open in my brain, and I'm like, girl, let's put the phone. Sometimes I'm falling asleep with my phone in my hand. I'm like, oh, where's my phone? It doesn't hit the floor. Very tired. Rest your body. I think I also been in like a little pseudo flare. Fatigue has been fatiguing, baby. So
Mm.
just honoring my needs and listening to what I need. And then also piggybacking off of what you girls said about therapy. Therapy saves lives, baby. It
Mhm.
saves lives, saves my life. I call it a stint like it was jail. I did a stint at an inpatient hospital, psychiatric hospital. And when I say it just like propelled life and made me look at things a bit differently
Yeah.
and also see that someone's shit is a little bit worse than mine, not discounting my own, but
Mhm.
it's
Mhm.
some really
Mhm.
sad and broken people out here. And also, my new thing that we're working with now, I see a trauma therapist. Hopefully, she'll be at the Black MS experience. She's not Black, but she was like, "That's not gonna be a problem, is it?" I said,
No,
"No,
it's
girl,
not. No, it's
you're the
not.
creme de la creme. They need to meet you." But
Yeah.
radical acceptance, accepting things and people for what it is, who they are.
They are.
I can't change that. I can't change this, but I can learn how to pick up, adapt, and adjust if I want to
Yeah.
from this situation. And if not, oh well, it's all right.
The trauma is
No, but
real.
radical acceptance. It's been so hard, Virginia, but that radical acceptance is a speech in itself. Radical acceptance, resting and asking for help.
And I mean, in the process of you going through your healing journey, you're gonna heal parts of yourself that you didn't even
Come
realize
on, girl.
feel
Yeah,
broken. You
yeah.
know, mine had to do with my mom. Um, my mom growing up, she was a drug addict. And, as a result of her decisions, me and my sister didn't have the best of life growing up. And for so many years, I resented her.
Mhm,
I was angry with her. I would withhold my love from her.
mhm,
And in this healing journey that I'm on, it actually, about a year and a half ago, um, I actually broke down in tears because I got to that part of my healing that I didn't realize hadn't been healed, and I felt horrible. I felt horrible because I was re-victimizing her over and over and over
mhm,
again, and I wasn't offering her the grace that I would want somebody to offer me. Being
mhm,
human, we're gonna make mistakes, and people, you know, you can't keep punishing them for something that happened 20 and 30 years ago when they're trying to make amends and make it right now. And so I broke down in tears, crying, and I called her and apologized. And that was the one thing that my girlfriend was saying that I was telling you guys. I went up to visit her in September. Is she recognized and she could see the healing that I've done and how
mhm,
I make decisions and even how I react to things
mhm,
now. I used to be hot-headed,
mm.
you're Gemini, I'm a Taurus, so I'm just
Baby, baby. I
and
tell you, Mr. Rogers the Ike Turner real quick. Mr. Rogers the
right,
Ike Turner real quick.
right. And so I mean, I didn't I now in having that healing, it's
Mhm,
allowed me to look at situations and deal with them from a different perspective and a different
mhm,
lens.
mhm,
I
Mm.
just want to add one more thing before we change the topic, if we're about to change. My MS is very, and I say my, because that's one of the key points.
mhm.
I love that. Yes.
Everybody's on their own
Yes.
journey.
It's
Yes.
theirs.
So
It's
Mhm.
my
yours.
MS is very emotionally charged.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Yes.
So
Ooh.
when I am stressed,
Yeah.
upset, disappointed, even happy, joy, excited,
Mhm.
my
Mm.
MS responds to me. I
Mhm.
am my sickest when I am dealing with a bunch of stress and a bunch of emotional distress. So
Mhm.
Yes.
that means that I can no longer carry the baggage of people. I
Mhm.
have to process things, get rid of it, and keep on moving Because the moment I start stockpiling all of those negative emotions, my MS is like, "Oh, okay, we're not getting out of bed today. Oh, our legs are gonna go numb today. You're gonna have headaches all day." And so I had to really understand my body and really, really deal with myself in a different way in order to protect me and keep me safe. I can't blame other people, right? Why am I carrying this anger from 4 days ago? I have to process that thing, get closure to that, and I have to keep moving because I'm not going to be able to get up tomorrow. My
Yeah.
eyesight is going to go out or something like that. So just be thoughtful about how you are responding to different people. There are certain phone calls I can't take all the time.
Mhm.
There's certain people I can't wait. Hold on. Wait. You talking about rest, Ebony? Wait a minute. I got to rest it out before right? Because you have to learn your body
Yes.
because that thing will flare your MS and you'll just be like, why am I so tired? Why am I fatigued? Why does my head hurt so much? And it's because you're taking in emotions and energy that you just can't afford to take in anymore.
Right.
So be thoughtful about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are not the same, but we are not the same. We're not the same as
Right.
pre-diagnosis, and that's okay. We just have
Mhm.
to learn how to adapt and adjust to that and respect that also. That's a whole nother thing for me because I don't. I'd be like, what, MS? What? I talk to a sister often, and I'm like, I got MS today. She's like, girl, you got it every day. I'm like, no, I got it today. I got it
Got it bad
today.
today.
But no, just that acceptance. No, it's here every day. We need to honor and respect that as a
Definitely do.
part of your life. Don't give it away,
Definitely.
you know, but just a little bit of consideration, a little
Right.
bit of grace for that. And that can be very difficult when I've just been used to going. I have
Right.
to actually pump them brakes, pack a bag, slow down, think about each step and procedure. Don't let that count you out of life and let you think you cannot do it. Just gotta get maybe a little creative with how you can still
That's
maintain,
correct.
but
That's correct.
yeah,
Life goes on.
yes,
Life
Yeah.
it
goes on.
does. That's what I try to push the women of color. Yes,
Mm.
yes, it does. It
Life goes
does.
on.
It's gonna look a little
And
different, but it does.
it's tools out here to get us to what we need.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Life goes on. Okay, we're about to start preaching, Mia. So go on with the next question.
Come on with it.
Look,
Come
go
on
ahead.
with it.
We're
Look,
Come
about to
on
take
with
it to church now.
look, go
Oh,
open it. Go ahead and start preaching. Look, we all can look. I already told y'all I was a heathen. I ain't go to church today. So
all right.
it.
That's all right.
Right.
Well, we're ministering to each other right now.
yeah,
All
and I
good.
hope that this will also minister to people that we share it with, that
Mhm.
they know that, you know what, it, it's tomorrow is a new day. You
Yeah.
know, what you face today, you're gonna look back on 5 or 6 years from now. And if if it doesn't affect your life in 5 to 6 years from now, I let it go. Like I don't have time to hold on to anger from people. I don't have, you know, to hold on to bitterness or sadness from people. You can only control you in this world, you know,
Mhm.
and things that people do is not always going to make sense to you, and it's not your responsibility to figure out why they do what they do. You just
Mhm.
need to make it so you're able to deal. Look, I'm over here talking with my hands.
Let's get it. Come
Daggone
on.
nail broke.
Come on.
It's all right, girl.
Nail broke, but yeah, I think it's important that, you know, dealing with hard issues and not holding on to
Mm.
the bitterness has made a
Because
big difference for me.
your life depends on it much more now than ever before.
Hmm.
Truly, your life depends on it.
Truly.